Hey guys, it's Annabelle. So I'm going to try to make this quick, but I'm going to try to cover everything. I made myself a list so I don't get sidetracked or anything, but this is going to be a video on my plan for my daughter's next 6 to 8 months. She just turned 18 months this last week, so that was super exciting. Just awesome. She's growing up so fast and learning so much. And since we are pregnant and we are due in February, the next 6 to 8 months, we want to kind of plan out where we want our daughter to be when the new baby comes. And even though we are pregnant and we are doing this basically kind of, some of these things are because we are going to help plan and prepare for her to be an older sibling. A lot of this stuff we would be doing anyways, whether we were pregnant or not, to kind of finish off her like 1.5 to 2.5 year. Okay, so the first 18 months of our daughter's life was broke up into like 3 different sections. Okay, so her first 6 months, her second 6 months, and her third 6 months. So her first 6 months, our goal was to have her sleeping well, eating well, and growing well. And learning about her and all of that stuff is what we had planned for her first 6 months. Her second 6 months, which was from 6 months to 12 months, was a time where food was, like, solid foods were being introduced, and her first, motor learning and, well, not first, but major milestone kind of things, like sitting up, crawling, all that kind of stuff kind of happens in that second 6 months. Walking, sidestepping, all the stuff that leads up to walking and being independent and that kind of thing. And our 12 to 18 months was a time of having her learn new things. That's when we started working on animals and shapes and colors and letters and her communication, like verbally communicating. The 6 to 12 months is when we did signs and all that kind of stuff to help her with her communication. And that third 6 month kind of thing that I'm talking about was more vocal. So now, what we have to do, since she is 18 months old, we're kind of in the next 6 months to a year, and I'm striving for the next 6 to 8 months, so that way we have her in a really good place when the baby comes. So anyways, I'm going to run down this as fast as I can with trying to explain stuff at the same time. So this is what we are kind of going for with her. Okay, so the first thing is her nutrition. Okay, so my daughter is a very good eater, super good eater. But one of the things that we need to accomplish is getting her off of her formula. So if you follow me, you know that when we tried to transition my daughter off of her, she was breastfed until I think between 9 months and 10 months is when we started mixing with formula. And then she had formula until she was about a year. And when she was about a year, we started transitioning her onto whole milk. But the whole milk gave her super bad diaper rashes. So everything that I researched and read and all of that stuff and talked to our doctor and everything said that give her another 6 months and then try a reduced fat milk, so a 2% milk, because she has had, by stealing sippy cups and all that kind of stuff on play dates that we've had from other children who have whole milk in their sippies, she gets a diaper rash still. So we are not doing whole milk with our daughter, we are doing 2%. And so right now we are in the last half of a can of the Toddler formula, and she has been on Toddler formula since she was a year old. So we are weaning her off of the formula, and we are doing 2%. And she will be on 2% until she is 2, and then she will drink what we drink, and we drink 1% milk. Because the only difference between, and you can look at your, the jugs of milk in your grocery store when you're trying to figure out what you're going to buy for your family. The only difference between The whole milk, 2%, 1%, and skim is the amount of fat content in it. Look at all of the, read your labels and look at all of the stuff. There's the same percentage of your daily value of all the vitamins and minerals and everything that milk has to offer. There's the same thing in every single kind of milk. The only difference is the fat content. Now, I just recently learned this myself. Like in the last 6 months, I've just learned this myself. So, since my daughter she cannot have vitamin D milk because it gives her a diaper rash. She also cannot have juice. She can eat fruit. She can do anything else with fruit except juice. She cannot have juice. That also gives her a diaper rash. I prefer her to have milk or water. Just personal choice for our family. Okay, so she'll be on 2% until she is 2, and then she will be drinking 1%, which is what we drink ourselves. Okay, so the next big thing, so nutrition was the first thing. The second big thing is transitioning her into a big bed. So there's several things that we have had to do to try to cut her off of her crib. And that is, we have a mobile in her crib, and we also have a soother in her crib. So the mobile got taken away. We did not remove it from the crib, we shut it off. She was not attached to her mobile as she is attached to her soother. And her soother it's a little circle, and if you've watched my past videos, you've seen it in her crib. But it is a light, motion, and sound machine for in their crib. So we have the mobile and that. So the mobile was easy to get rid of. She wasn't attached to it. All I had to do is flick the switch to off. So that was the very first step of our transition into a big bed. So that one is checked off the list. Now, the second one that was checked off of our list is no milk at bedtime. She can only have water at bedtime in her sippy. These are her sippy cups. They are the newbie kind or whatever. But these are her straw cups. And when you tip them, the straw, and I don't know if you can see this, the straw only goes to here. So when you tip them, they think it's empty because they're not getting any because the straw only goes to there. But with these, she can tip it and she gets what she needs. She still needs this to fall asleep. But as you can see, this is what we do not give her milk at bedtime. We switched her milk for bedtime for water. So instead of milk going in this, at bedtime, water goes in this. So this is what she drank last night. And this is what we hoped for. Now, she has had this, let's see, ever since we've gotten back from Georgia, from our vacation. We didn't want to switch her before we left on vacation. We didn't want there to be any issues with that. So as soon as we got back, like that very night that we got back, we put water in her nighttime sippy instead of milk. And this is how much water she drinks, where she used to drink the whole thing of milk. And I'll talk about why that's important in my potty training section that will be next. Again, I'm trying to explain but go quickly all at the same time. Okay, so she is only drinking this much. So what we said that we were going to do this for a few weeks. So we will start only filling it up halfway here soon, and then we will only fill it up a fourth of the way soon, and then we will just start giving her an empty sippy, and then hopefully she won't need it anymore after that. If she still feels the need to suck, she will still have this, but there just won't be anything in it. That is the best way that I have found that we are going to do it, and so far it's working, especially if she is only drinking that much right now. The transition to only filling it up halfway, which is about right there, isn't going to be a problem. So I'm very, very excited about that. Okay, so anyways, so we do not give her milk in her sippy, we give her water in her sippy. That was the next step after the mobile was gone. So, check. That is now off. So our next step is no soother. So I'm jumping back to this again. Okay, so no soother. So what happened was when we went to Georgia, we didn't want any trouble with the soother or anything, so we put brand new batteries in it. Well, when we got home, we took those batteries out and we put the old batteries that had been in it before we left back in. We are going to let the batteries die. So this is what's happened with that so far. The batteries are dying enough that the motion does no longer works in her soother. So now she only has the lights and the sound in the soother. So soon one of those is going to stop working, and the time that it stays on actually is now reduced too. Now it only stays on. It has enough battery power to do lights and sounds for about 5 minutes. So if she wants it on again, she has to get up and push that button again. But if she doesn't need it, then she's not turning it on. So once those batteries die, it's going to be gone. And so we're giving her the time that it takes for the batteries to die to get adjusted to no soother. Okay, so we have no mobile, we have no milk at night, and we have no soother, which will be coming up soon. So we are going to then start to put her in her big bed to sleep. Because once she doesn't, we're going to let her be with no mobile, no soother, no milk for a while. But we will be putting her in her big bed with a sippy cup. So once she gets, because that's the last form of comfort for her, that she's going to carry on to the big bed. Okay, so this seems like a lot, but it all makes sense. When you think about it, step, 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 and the transition is going beautifully. Okay, so we're going to put her in her big bed with her sippy, and then once that gets comfortable and everything, and she starts staying in bed and all of that kind of stuff, we are going to then reduce the sippy to a 4th, and then no water in the sippy at all. So then she just has it, and then once she doesn't need her sippy anymore, big bed transition is complete. Okay, so with the nutrition and the big bed all comes potty training, and this is the biggest thing that we definitely want her 100% on by the time the new baby comes. That way we don't have to worry about that part with her. And if she suddenly regresses and doesn't want to go on the toilet, like, we'll deal with that when it comes. But as for right now, she is doing amazing with potty training and all that stuff. So we, like, our check list or whatever for potty training is diapers to training pants to no drink at night to panties to being fully potty trained. So where we are at right now is we are trying to figure out our training pants thing, that what we're going to do pretty much. Okay, so I have to show you these because it's just ridiculous. Okay, so this, after all of my looking and everything, I decided to go with these, and when I got them and we're using them, I hate them. Super hate them. Okay, so these are the training pants. Hello, gigantic. Okay, this is our cloth diapers. We do cloth diapers. So this is one of our cloth diapers, and this is the training pants. It is huge. It doesn't fit under her pants. It sticks out. It bunches up. It makes her look like she's got parts that she doesn't have, and it's just ridiculous. They leak. They don't hold anything. Nothing. And these are, hopefully that will focus for you. These are the 28 to 32 pounds, the Gerber 2T, size 2T ones. Hate them. I'm going to try to give them to somebody else because I'm not going to sell these to anybody. I would not feel right. Huge waste of money. Do not buy these ever. Okay, so after that was said, okay, so when my daughter was in diapers, she got to the point where she needed 2 inserts. And if you're familiar with cloth diapers at all, that makes sense to you. But if you are not, this is one of the inserts. This is what absorbs all of the liquid. Okay, well, she was on 2 inserts because that's how much she was going in her diapers. Well, we started potty training her. So now, instead of using these things, which I just gave them a good chance, good chance. Nope, not ever using them again. So this is her, what we're doing for potty training right now with my daughter. Okay, so she is still in her cloth diapers, but there's only 1 insert in here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to continue on our potty training journey. And once she starts not wetting in this at all, because she stopped needing the 2 inserts because she's going potty so well. So once these start staying dry 75% of the time. Then we are going to do her diapers. This is just the same thing, but it's a different color. We are going to do it with no insert in it whatsoever. So these still will save us from leaks. If she's trying to hold it and she just can't hold it and some dribbles out, this is going to help us with that, so it doesn't get on her clothes and all that kind of stuff. But she won't need the inserts in them to absorb so much liquid because she will be going on the toilet. She still has to wear like the full diaper at night because obviously that is just way too long. Plus she is still getting drinks at night. So she's probably going to have to be wearing a diaper at night for a while yet, but I'm not opposed to it. We're not pushing her into this. We're not forcing her to do it. She wants to, and she will come and tell me when she has to go potty. She will tell me when she needs to go poo-poos. With where we are, like, it's awesome. Like, and I wouldn't change anything. Wouldn't change it at all. It's going awesome. Okay, so my last few things, I'm just going to go over just to touch on really, really, really quickly of the learning type things that we are going to do with her. Oh, sorry, another thing, one more thing before I jump into learning. Her naps, right now she takes 3 naps. If you follow me, you kind of know the times and everything, but we want to reduce her naps. For when she turns 2, we want her to be only having 1 nap. So 1 long nap in the middle of the day, instead of a short nap in the morning, a little bit longer nap in the afternoon, and then a short nap in the evening. She still needs those to be able to have a positive attitude and get through the day. So that is going to be on she's going to let us know if she doesn't need to nap during those times. And we'll just do a long nap in the middle of the day is where we want her to be 6 months from now. So we have lots of time before that happens. But anyways, okay, so learning stuff that we are going to do before she turns 2. This is the stuff that we're going to try to encourage her to do. We're not forcing her to do this. We're going to encourage her to do it. Okay, so pick up after herself and put stuff away. Get her morning routine down, going potty, picking out her clothes, dressing and undressing. Feeding herself with no mess, using her utensils all the time, and washing and drying her hands. Getting her night routine down, helping out with bath time, brushing her hair, brushing her teeth, and washing her face. Learning topics, we are still going to be doing letters, numbers, colors, shapes, and animal stuff. And communication, we're going to work on manners and starting to put words into sentences. Right now she can do 2-word sentences. We are going to try to get her on 4 to 6 word sentences by the time she is 2. But yes, so anyways, I know it was long. I know, I'm very sorry. But I tried to explain stuff and still get everything in. But anyways, you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Any questions, comments, positive or negative, I would love to hear them. Just leave them below. And, or any ideas, let me know. You all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.